We're headed out on another Jeep adventure. We've got a break in the weather, and tomorrow is Trey's birthday, so we're going to celebrate in the outdoors. We'll take you along. We've got one pit stop to make on the way. Well, we hit a roadblock. We were headed to a spot that we'd camped once before that was really nice and secluded, but there was a tree going across the road. We had a big storm here about 4 weeks ago, and there's actually a lot of debris, but somebody's been through here and kind of cleared a lot of it, and we forgot the chainsaw. So we couldn't get that one out of the way, so we doubled back and found this really nice spot in the trees, and it has a beautiful view. This is a BLM managed land here in Northern California, which is pretty rare on the coast to find BLM land. It's usually Forest Service. So this is kind of a little gem that we found that we really like. And our little pit stop along the way was to pick up this special edition Los Bagels whiskey from Bolt. And we're going to have to give this a try tonight. We're going to do a quick lunch here just to get warmed up. One of these instant add hot water meals. These were pretty good. We try and keep non-perishable things in the pantry box for quick lunches, or if the refrigerator broke or we wanted to stay someplace longer. But yeah, I would recommend these. They're pretty good. I'm just going to head off from camp here and go for a little walk. We had a really nice hike, and we're back at camp and just doing some reading. I brought my atlases, so kind of looking at maps for future trips. But we're just going to sit here and enjoy the sun and maybe watch the sunset in a little while. We got this carbon monoxide detector for the diesel heater just to make sure we're safe inside the tent. And then Trey wrapped a piece of Velcro around the inside bar and then Velcro on the back. And then it stays there. Pretty cool. I'm making Korean beef tacos for dinner tonight. We've got our ground beef. This is Kevin's Paleo Korean barbecue sauce. And of course we have our kimchi, tortillas, some veggies, and we'll cook it up. So those Korean tacos were really good. I'll leave a link in the description below for the link to the recipe page. And it's getting really cold here. The fog rolled in. It's windy and chilly. We're just hanging out by the fire. Trey's being super nice and doing the dishes for me, which is awesome. So we're just gonna sip our wine and sit around the fire and try and keep warm. Trey's been working on this ammo can fire pit, and it's getting there. It needs a few more tweaks, but it's perfect size for packing in the small Jeep. But he's working on it. We'll get it dialed in. Or else we'll buy a new one. We'll see. It's keeping us warm for now. All right, we're getting serious now. So I put on my heated vest. I think it's on. There it goes. So that should keep me warm, and some thermals, and we're hoping this fog burns off, but I don't know. There was a 5% chance of rain, only 5%, and it's sprinkling right now. So we'll see. We'll check back in if things change.
Thank you.
We moved the party inside the Jeep because it's rainy and windy and cold outside.
It's too early to go to bed, but the weather made a huge change in a short amount of time.
Yes, it did. So cheers. Trey's sister got him a new Mario game for Christmas. It's retro.
Like I had when I was a kid.
Perfect time for it. Sitting in the Jeep. In the rain. Well, the fog went away, and the clouds are off in the distance, and it stopped raining, except for the occasional drops coming out of the trees. And it's still cold, but it's a really beautiful night. We decided we're going to have a little nightcap, and this is Bolt Los Bagels whiskey, and Los Bagels is a local bagel company, and a few years back they did a collaboration with Alchemy Distillery, and they made whiskey out of old bagels. Just a teeny bit. So I've always wanted to try this. I thought it was sold out and gone forever, but they just recently did a limited release. And was able to pick some up, so we are going to give this a try tonight. It's good. It's interesting. Good morning. We had a good night's sleep last night. The diesel heater kept us nice and warm and woke up to blue skies, and it's really cool. The view here, you can see the clouds rolling over the hills from the coast. So it's really neat. We've got the sun coming up, and I'm going to make Trey a birthday breakfast. I'm making ham and cheese omelets for breakfast with the zucchini hash browns. Pan's not quite level, or my stove's not level, so I'm just trying to cook the egg a little bit, make it flat. I'm going to go for another quick hike here. It's such a pretty day. There's still snow on the trail in some places though. So it got just below freezing last night. Everything at camp seemed pretty good. There was no moisture and our water didn't freeze, but around camp there's lots of icy areas, mud puddles, and the ground's frozen in some areas. That was a really nice hike. Got us warmed up just a little bit because it's still pretty cold out. I'll go back and sip my coffee, and then we'll decide what else to do. This is a spot on the way up to where we just camped, where people like to come and target practice, but there's always tons of garbage here. And last time we came, we picked up all kinds of household garbage. Right now it's mostly just shooting debris, but you gotta clean up after yourselves, folks. As you can see, there's just all kinds of shot up things out here. We're taking as much as we can fit in the truck, but we barely even made a dent. I'll leave a link below for Sons of Smoky. They have an app where you can mark locations like this that have a lot of garbage that need to be picked up. Trey actually marked this location. There's a lot of big things here. There's a car, a transmission, a bunch of wheels and tires, TVs. So Sons of Smoky will come out and clean up a lot of this big stuff.
And you can volunteer.
And you can volunteer. So check the description below. We're headed off on another Jeep adventure. I always try and stock my pantry box with easy, I don't know. I try and keep some simple meals in the pantry box just for the end of the day. Oh my God, I can't do it. I try and keep some quick and easy meals in the pantry box for times when why can't I do this?